Hi, I'm Stefan, the BMW DIY guy, and I'm here at BMW Seattle today because I want to take you on a tour of this brand new M5 CS. That's right, the limited edition, unbelievable 2022 M5 Competition Sport from BMW. All right guys, let's give this amazing car a quick walk through, but we're gonna do something a little bit different today. About every M5 CS that you see are gonna be pre-sold, and this one absolutely is. But the cool thing is, the owner is here. So we're gonna jump in the car, he's gonna give me a ride around and get a sense of what it's like to actually be in this car and what it'd be like to actually pick one of these up yourself. So I'm really excited to be able to do that. So we're gonna do our drive first, and then we're gonna come back, we're gonna give the car a complete walkthrough, and I wanna talk about all the amazing features and additions and changes that BMW have made to this model to truly make it the competition sport. This is a limited edition model, and what a great experience, and what a great opportunity it is to jump into this car. So let's take it out for a drive. All right guys, so a little bit of an unusual drive today. Instead, it's actually a ride along in this brand new 2022 M5 CS. What an incredible car in this frosted green with all the gold accents. And the owner, Artush, is behind the wheel here today.
Hello.
And he is kind enough to go ahead and take me out for a ride. This is one of those things where I am more than happy to have him behind the wheel rather than me on a rainy Seattle day. But what a fantastic time and an opportunity to take this incredible car out and get a little bit of a sense of what this would be like if you got an opportunity as well. All right guys, so here we are in a real familiar tunnel heading back out. And, you know, we take a look at the sights of Seattle a little bit and just ride along in this car and all of the features that you get to see. And this has not even gone through detail yet. So if you see some of the things like plastic on the display, it hasn't been detailed yet. But I love all the interior lighting, all of the changes to the updates. And when we get a chance to take a look at the seats and all of the fine details, these are those carbon fiber bucket seats that may be a little hard to get in and out of, but they're honestly, in it, they're incredibly comfortable and just begging to take it to the track. But, you know, a little bit wet here in Seattle today, so we're not gonna be able to get too crazy. But what an incredible car. One of my biggest measures, especially going over this bridge as I talk all the time, and it's just how it feels for your day-to-day driving. Obviously we've got traffic today, we've got our average commute and a little bit of choppy water out there on the lake, but super comfortable. And what's really nice about this is we actually look at the settings right now. We're in efficient mode, chassis in comfort, steering's in comfort. Everything is just set up really nicely for this to be a really comfortable car if you're really using it as a daily driver. But at the same time, you put this up in Sport Plus or in this car all the way up into track mode where everything is pulled down as tight as it's going to be, you know that you're going to basically tear the tires off at any opportunity. All right guys, some more driving impressions. Artush, what do you think?
It's a beautiful car. I love this car.
So what car are you coming out of?
From M3.
Ah, yeah. And you had the white F80 M3, right?
Exactly.
So huge change.
It's a huge change. The stick shift, that is almost 412 horsepower. This is almost 450 horsepower. I mean, sorry, 650 horsepower. It's big difference. I love it.
So why did you decide to make this change?
I mean, because of all the new technology and the horsepower, and it's a bigger car, color. I mean, you know, they did an awesome job on design, all the lightings. I mean, everything.
Well, and then the CS badge on the back isn't too bad either.
Oh yes, that's absolutely different.
It's stopping traffic and everybody asking when I talk to you about it.
Exactly. And especially the frozen green color, that's awesome.
It really is. It's a gorgeous color.
It's a gorgeous color.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And then the headlight, the yellow touches. I mean, those are beautiful. I mean, lot of details. I mean, I can't tell, but it's awesome car.
Well, you know, there's so many distinct things about this. So for the enthusiasts, they're going to know what you have just as you drive down the road, because they're going to see your yellow halos.
Exactly.
And they're going to know.
Exactly.
Which is so cool.
That's right. That's right. I never see yellow headlight in any other cars, and this is the first one. M5 CS 2022.
Absolutely. All right, guys, a really brief ride today. You know, the weather and everything else is not conducive to a long test drive, but we got a chance to take it out a little bit and really get a sense of what this car's like, and it is so nice. If you do get a chance to check out one of these, do so. I highly encourage it. And the seats are amazing. Obviously, video doesn't capture how comfortable these seats are. And Artush, what do you think?
It's awesome car, beautiful car. I never had this car before. I never drove this car before.
It's incredible. Just incredible, absolutely incredible. So let's go ahead and jump into a full detailed feature walk around, give you a sense of what it's like with all the technology that's been added to this and all the features. And let's jump to that next. All right, y'all, so back from our drive, and just what an amazing car. And just even riding along in it was a lot of fun. So when we look at this M5 CS, this competition sport, we're looking at a lot of changes from your standard M5C. So first of all, you're looking at 635 horsepower. This is the most horsepower in any stock OEM BMW ever. And what just amazing power to put down on an all-wheel drive. And we'll talk about that a little bit as well. But you're also looking at 553 foot-pounds of torque. And this car is 230 pounds lighter than your standard M5C. And that has to do with the carbon fiber hood, which I'll show you underneath here in just a second. Carbon fiber roof as well to help reduce weight. They've even reduced some of the interior components and added carbon fiber overall to reduce weight. You're looking at a more aggressive front design as well. And this particular car, though a little bit hard to tell today on a stormy, rainy day here in Seattle, is the individual frosted green. I've never seen this color in person, and it is just gorgeous. And you know, most of the M5 CSs you see are in this color, but this actually is not the default color. Gray is the default color. This is an individual add-on. Now, you'll also see in these adaptive LED laser headlights, right now they're in two-tone because the headlights are on. Now, when the running lights are on or you first start your car up, you'll get those yellow halos. And in this case, with the headlights on, the inner ones are white, so they actually change color. And these are the first BMWs I've ever seen, you know, factory that have changing halos. So carbon fiber hood, you're looking at a vented carbon fiber hood, which is just amazing. And we're going to show you some of the interior design when we look at the motor here in just a moment. But as we walk around, you're looking at a tremendous number of changes from even what is the M5C is an incredible car. And this is just a whole next level. Now, the carbon ceramic brakes are stock, and you can get them in red or gold. And these actually reduce a tremendous amount of weight as well, ironically enough. You're looking at stiffer engine mounts. You're looking at 10% firmer springs. You're looking at other changes, including increased negative camber through the front wheels. So just changes all the way around. This really is a track car with 4 doors. So you can see absolutely how gorgeous these wheels are. We walk around to the rear. We've got a carbon fiber spoiler with the LED taillights. Super aggressive quad exhaust along with the carbon fiber diffuser across the back. And you know, badging, if the yellow in front was enough for people to know it's a CS, you've got the gold badging on the M5 CS as well. So just incredible as you look at it. These wheels are gorgeous. You can get a couple of different options in the wheels. And we'll talk about the suspension a little bit more and the transmission once we get inside. But what I want to do is also show you this motor, which, like I said, has the most horsepower of any OEM BMW has ever produced. And it is a monster. All right, so as we look at this just absolutely amazing twin turbo V8. Now, there's a couple of places where I saw that the horsepower is listed actually at 627, but when you look at the BMW directly, they say 635 horsepower on 553 foot-pounds of torque. So this motor is just a monster and is going to give you more horsepower, faster 0 to 60 than your standard M5C. This has your liquid to air intercooling for both turbos, of course, dual oil pumps, and everything you're going to need to be able to take this as a daily driver, which if you're lucky enough to do it, but also taking it to the track and having it absolutely tear it up. Now, the other thing that reduces weight but is absolutely cool, you have this dual vented hood, and you'll also see, I hope, where it says M5 CS down the inside, embossed in the hood here in the carbon fiber. And it's a little bit difficult to see with the lighting today, but I love this hood. Absolutely beautiful, and it's amazingly light because it's carbon fiber. So, and when you look at a lot of the other improvements, I mean, suspension is hard to show, stiffer engine mounts, of course, everything to absolutely make the most performance possible out of this car. This motor is absolutely incredible in what you can do, and even just amazing things like if you actually lifted this carbon fiber cover right here, you'd actually see your twin turbos are actually sitting here on top, which is such a cool design. So both dual turbos sitting here right here on top of the motor, really easy to get to, and honestly are a really cool design and being able to see it. So let's go ahead and work our way around. Let's take a look at the inside as well and talk about all the changes there. All right, guys, so it is a little bit of a stormy day today, so forgive any background noise. I don't normally start in the back seats of a car when showing off the interior, but I had to on this one because they are so amazing. If you look at this, this actually has matching bucket back seats. So you're not going to be taking 5 people in your M5 CS. You're going to take 4 total when you look at it because you can't put somebody in the middle. But this actually has these carbon fiber bucket back seats. I've never seen anything like it before in any BMW for that matter. Plus the incredible view of these carbon fiber M Performance seats here in the front. They're vented. You can actually see, you could actually put racing harnesses on this and see all the carbon fiber of the back seats, or the back of the front seats. But as you can see, even from the back is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the lighting. I love the design. It really is amazing. So let's go ahead and jump into the front seat and take a look at all the technology there. All right, so taking a look at this as we look at the front seats of this car, you're looking very similar to the G80 and the G82s, the new M3 and the M4. You're looking at these carbon fiber bolstered M Performance seats. I do love the badging on these, and forgive any delivery plastic that's still on the car. This is still set up and needs to go through detailing for the new owner, but just absolutely gorgeous. I do love these seats, and riding in these, they really hang on to you really, really well. You're set up incredibly well for the racetrack. But as we look at this and we look at the digital dash and display, in the CS, you're going to get all kinds of options that you're not going to see in the regular competition. Now, in addition, as always, I'm going to say, forgive any glare on any of the screens. It's just going to be out of my camera. But one of the things you're looking at right off is you're looking at a significant reduction in the center console to reduce weight. The CS is set up here, again, to reduce weight with all of the carbon fiber, even through your interior options. You're looking at your 8-speed automatic with all of your modes, of course, efficient, sport, sport plus, and this being the CS, of course, has track mode. Look at all of your controls, including your exhaust flap controls, which we'll demonstrate here in just a minute. Your familiar iDrive controls. But I even love some of the changes here when you look at your AC atmospheric controls. This has a new display setup that really looks good. It's quite a change and is a step forward in technology. Now, of course, with the iDrive system, we'll come back to that in just a minute, but I want to show that off a little bit. And of course, with the full digital dash. Now, we've got this big red stripe because it still has the delivery plastic on it, and I'll walk through those features in just a moment. But I love this Alcantara steering wheel. So the CS has this really kind of limited edition Alcantara steering wheel here on the 5 Series, unlike the regular M5C, with a little bit of that red mark at the 12 o'clock position, like a racing wheel, and it really is comfortable and soft to the touch. All right, so let's focus on the iDrive systems and all of the other technology. All right, so everything closed up a little bit so we get a little bit of a better focus here on the interior. And as I said before, forgive any extra reflections on any of the displays. We have delivery plastic still installed, and you wouldn't have that with the new car. But as you can imagine, this really being the flagship of not only the 5 Series, but the M5s as well, you're looking at all of the technology packed in here. Adjustable and ambient lighting, automatic climate control, of course, as you look through 4 zones, keyless entry, hands-free opening of your trunk, push-button ignition as you would expect from this car, wireless charging, which I always point out because I really love it. I know that's simple, but I love it. You can get a remote engine start, and of course your, universal garage door opener and all this new design mirror that I love, and this new borderless mirror. But also, when you look at the iDrive 7, this is the latest edition from BMW, which also includes over-the-air updates. So as they make changes, they update your maps and do different things, they can push that out to your car wirelessly without any problem whatsoever. Of course, you have gesture control, you have all of your touchscreen functionality, and I wish I could demonstrate the media today, but as always, I can't do that because YouTube will freak out if I play music and they don't like it. But all of that technology that you would expect from a 12.3-inch touchscreen along with a 12.3-inch central display as well. Now, this live cockpit, originally I was really kind of intrigued by the design, the way it split it across, coming from analog gauges of your speedometer and your tachometer. But this has really grown on me, including all of your ability to push that information into the center of your screen. Now, that's also going to include as you move through modes, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So as we look at between road mode and sport mode and track, and it's just, your options are just amazing as you go through all of these different options on what you'd like to do. So for example, when we actually put it in track mode, the funny thing is it's going to actually reduce quite a bit of your information. Now, this has the heads-up display, which I think is fantastic technology, but it's very difficult to show on camera. But in track mode with the M5C and this CS, it's going to reduce all of your display down to the most crucial information, even including turning your primary display off, because you should be focused on your heads-up display and your gauges while you're actually driving in track mode. You see this kind of modern design you're seeing on a lot of the current BMW G series, including the M's, but with this Alcantara steering wheel that I mentioned before, that is really nice and soft to the touch. Now, I've definitely heard some people complain that Alcantara is hard to maintain. I've never found that myself. And when you look at the Alcantara, this actually even includes an Alcantara headliner. So all in all, BMW has really used all of the best features, functions, and technology that they can put in here. When you look at the iDrive 7, of course, you're looking at Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, a Wi-Fi hotspot here in the car, SiriusXM, of course, navigation and Bluetooth, all of that combined with a 16-speaker Harman Kardon system. So, and again, kind of like I like the phone charger, I love the ambient lighting and the fact that you can go through and change your different designs in the ambient lighting. But the one thing I didn't want to miss is, along with the carbon fiber interior, is a lot of the CS badging you're going to see even here, including on the central dash, as you look at all of those carbon fiber accents as you look through the whole car, through the center console, here where the iDrive controllers are, where your bin is. But all in all, you can tell that it's a very coherent design of all of the functionality all the way through. So this is going to be a car that's going to be amazing to drive, but has all of the technology BMW could possibly pack into it in such a limited edition, really special model car. All right, y'all, back in the M2 and wrapped up from taking a look at that M5 CS, and what an incredible opportunity today. I mean, a car like that is so special. There's never enough time, never enough hands-on. You didn't get to take it to the track, drive it hard, all those things you'd want to do. But I am incredibly grateful for the owner, Artush. I mean, he hasn't even taken delivery yet, but he agreed to take us along for a ride and give an opportunity for all to walk around, and I am truly grateful for it. What a fantastic guy, and obviously is very excited to take such a special car home. I didn't think it was possible for BMW to improve upon the M5C, and yet they did, with all of those features and functions, the higher performance, all that carbon fiber, and I love that frozen green color. Thank you so much again to Artush for this opportunity, and also BMW Seattle. And if you get a chance to go check one out, make sure to do so. It really is a unique and very cool car. Please make sure to click subscribe and the little alarm bell. It makes a huge difference to my channel, and I have a ton of new content, car reviews, and you name it coming, and I want to make sure to share that with you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you on my next video.